Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Vanessa Cardenas, and I'm a relationship reset expert with a specialty in betrayal recovery. No one studies betrayal unless you've been through it. Yep, guilty as charged. Just a little bit of my story. Yes, my husband of over 2 decades sat me down on a bench in Central Park and said, "There's something I need to tell you." He said 3 words, 3 words. That was it. And my whole world completely shattered. I've met someone, and just like that, mm, hit rock bottom really hard. Now, not for nothing. I'm a smart woman. I have a psychology degree. Could fix me. Fix him. Ah, no, it didn't work like that. It truly didn't. Agony. You know what it's like. I know that you know what it's like. That's why you're here. You're here hoping to get some wisdom from those of us that have walked through this path before. Little tidbits of information that could make you better. So today I am in front of you. This is my 11th summit appearance within this group. I also am a moderator within this group, as well as a moderator over on Humans Navigating Betrayal, as well as my private groups that I have as well. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in. Now, I would love for this to be a dialogue. I'm not here to do a monologue. I'm not here to tell you all the things you want to hear. I'm here to tell you the things you need to hear, the things you need to consider to change your perspective even just 1 degree so that you can feel better, so that all of this avalanche of emotion that you're feeling that's being trapped within your body. I mean, there's a reason that the book is called Your Body Keeps Score, because this ecosystem becomes a coffin for all of those emotions. And ooh, we have a lot of them. We absolutely do. And I'm here in front of you to let you know you will feel better. You will. I promise you, you will feel better. Do I know the time duration of that? No. It's not like we can put something into Google or ChatGPT and give it all these specifics. Not that I recommend that you put anything private into chat, but you put in all kinds of information and it tells you, oh, in 87 days, you will feel better. Doesn't work that way. It absolutely doesn't. Why? We're each unique. We each come into our relationship with stuff. We each exit our relationship with stuff, usually a lot more stuff and a lot more baggage. And I'm here in front of you today to let you know there's certain techniques and tools to help you move through this chapter in your life. And it's only a chapter. It is not your whole life. It is not the whole novel of your life. It absolutely is not. And you can turn the page. You absolutely can. And you know what's on the next page? It's blank. You get to write it. You get to write all the next pages. You get to choose that. And it's liberating when you think of it that way, so that you have the opportunity to live your life by your own design, with purpose and on purpose. I never thought that I would be so forthcoming, not only with my story, but with all of it. And I am truly an open book. I had the honor and privilege of speaking at Oxford University, where I talked about my nasty chick. Oh, you've got one too, I'm sure. That inner critic that just goes after you, especially after a catastrophic event that has happened in your life. Oh, she can be relentless and she can beat you down. And I spoke about that. I got up on a global stage and spoke of that. Liberating, absolutely liberating. Will you get there? Of course you can. Whatever your aspirations are as you move through everything that you are going through, your aspirations, your dreams, who you want to be. Because let's face it, you've been everything to everyone for so long, for so long. Now you get to be everything to you. Yes, to you. This ecosystem, it's you, it's yours, and we're going to take care of it. So today, I have the privilege of being with you. We're going to talk about 5 different things. Yes, 5 different things. I have notes in front of me because I want to make sure that I don't leave anything out. I want to give it all to you so that you have it, so that at the end of our time together, you can breathe. You can recognize, hey, I heard that woman. I've seen her before in the group. Yeah, the red in the hair, the pink in the hair, whatever color it is at that moment. Yeah, but she speaks truth. She does. She might not tell me what I want to hear, but she tells me what I need to hear. And I want you to remember that. Vanessa said, I will feel better. I will. We don't know the duration of time. We don't. But I want you to know that in the horizon, regardless of how close it is or how far away it is, uh, in the horizon, you will discover who you are. And I'll tell you this, it's beautiful. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And when you have that moment, whether that's in a couple of months, in a year, in a couple of years, whenever it is, you will know the moment. You will, because you will look at your reflection, whether that's in glass or a mirror or in your cell phone photograph, whatever it is, you will see your reflection and you will smile because you will know you have made it through. You have made it through to the other side. And there are so many of us that have made it through. And that's why we're turned around and we're like, come on, we can do it. We're not going to carry you. Absolutely not, because you can absolutely do this. So are you ready to get started for today? Let's do this. So I want to talk about the relationship you have with yourself. This is a big one. When we go through this catastrophic event, our laser focus is on our partner, what they're doing wrong, and we're reactive to everything. We do need to learn to pause, to breathe, to respond, and not react. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually the day that everything changed. Now, you might think that that's the day when you were served or you served him. But we're going to go back a little ways, just a little ways into the past, because I know that there was a pivotal moment that something shifted. And you, being everything to everyone, you dismissed it. Even though you had a little thing within you, inside of you, that just didn't quite feel right. Okay? I want you to remember that day, as painful as it is, and we're only here for a couple of moments. Okay? It's the day that you realize that your relationship was truly over. I want you to describe the moment. And again, this is a journal prompt, or if you want to do it within your own head or out loud or record it, however you can get it up and out. And it's not to relive it. It's to release it. Because when you share your story, okay, and I'm not talking sharing it with other people, because once you let the toothpaste out of the tube, really hard to get back. But I'm talking about when you release it from here, whether you record it on your phone, whether you talk to a camera, whether you talk to the mirror, whether you just talk out loud, it's up and out to share your story, to release it. Because when you share your story, you see it from a lot of different perspectives. That's the goal. It's not just what you see like this. It's what you see like this, where you see all of it. You no longer have tunnel vision. You see all of it, and it allows you to release it. And whether you release it one piece at a time or you release a whole box, okay? Goal is to release it because it's weighing you down. You're carrying it with you, whether that's additional weight, physical weight that you have put on, or the exact opposite, where you are malnourished because you're not taking care of yourself. And again, this ecosystem is suffering. You're hurting yourself. You're not hurting your partner. You're hurting yourself. Why would you do that to yourself? You're so beautiful and unique just as you are. Don't do this to your body. And if you are a mother, don't do that to your children. Your children need you. They need to see your strength because it's there. Oh, it's absolutely there. If you gave birth, oh, you have strength that you have no idea you had. Ah, I know. Absolutely. I have two. One with drugs, one without drugs. And labor? Oh, if you can go through labor, ooh, you're strong. And if you don't have children, that's fine. You have had the strength all along. Why? Because you were female. You were a woman. You have endured so much. And a lot of what you have endured are what I refer to as micro betrayals. Little itty bitty things that just didn't sit right with you. Somebody made an offhanded comment that etched itself into you. Yeah. And you needed to have the strength to pick yourself up and to continue to move on. So you do have strength. It is in there. Pull it out. So again, the journal prompt is, where were you when you realized your relationship was truly over? It's okay. It's okay if it was 5 years prior, 10 years prior, 10 months prior, 10 days ago, whenever it is. And the reason for this, again, is not to relive it, but to release it, to give yourself some grace, to give yourself some forgiveness, because you're probably, as most of my clients do, beating yourself up for it. Why didn't I see it sooner? You didn't, but now it's right in front of you. So now we deal with it. And I know that's harsh. I know that's harsh. So I want to share with you one of my clients. She kept saying that she was fine. Right? She was fine. She got served divorce papers that completely blindsided her. And I'm fine. I'm fine. And she went right back to work the very next day. She was a high-powered position in the C-suite, and I'm fine. She didn't cry. She didn't talk. 6 months later, she winded up in the ER with a panic attack. She thought she was having a heart attack. Unprocessed betrayal trauma. And yes, this is trauma. When you are blindsided by your partner's actions, when you're blindsided day after day after day, you didn't see it, that can be really challenging. It absolutely can. It doesn't just go away. You cannot bury your head in the sand. You cannot avoid it and ignore it and everything else. Yeah, that might feel good at the moment, but it's only a temporary release. It really only is that. It's temporary. Why do you want to go through your life with the anticipation of a trigger that's going to have that flood of emotion all over again? I don't want that for you. So we need to learn to allow those emotions. They're going to flood. I'm telling you that they are. The avalanche is going to come, but we have to figure out how to be able to stand and not let it knock us on our ass. Otherwise, it settles in your body until you face it. Why destroy this? Why destroy this? I know it hurts. I know it hurts. It absolutely hurts. But you'll be okay. I promise you, you will be okay. We're now on segment 2. We have 5, by the way, in case I didn't say that. We have 5 segments to go through. The next one is, and this is the one that you need to hear. The one that I say to my clients when they walk through my office and sit stone face on my love seat, not knowing what to say first or last or when. They burst into tears and then they blame themselves. And I can tell you this, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Even if you were the one that decided to divorce, it's not your fault. I want you to think of it rational. Okay? Pull the emotion out of it. Think of it rationally. You made a decision, or your partner made the decision, one or the other, okay? But it's not your fault. The blame and shame that we can live with, it's exhausting. Probably one of the reasons that you're not sleeping very well. Up at night, racing thoughts. It comes at you. That avalanche, here it comes. You feel it build up, and it's going to be there. We have to learn some techniques to be able to settle that down, to be able to ground yourself, to recognize you are right here, right now. And don't take all of the blame. No, it's not your fault. It is not your fault. You can paralyze yourself by believing that it is your fault. So, a couple of journal prompts for you that I want you to, and that is why, what am I blaming myself for that isn't mine to carry? What am I blaming myself for that isn't mine to carry? What would I say to my best friend if she were blaming herself for the same thing? What would I say to my best friend if she were blaming herself for the same thing? Sometimes when we remove ourselves from the situation and we see it from a different perspective, best friend, we see it differently. Yeah, we do. We suddenly have empathy, and we lose empathy for ourselves when a catastrophic event happens. We do. We don't hold ourselves with compassion. We don't hold ourselves at all. We blame ourselves. We allow that shame and that guilt to take over. What did I do? What didn't I do? An endless barrage of questions that keep us up at night, cause us to binge eat, to binge watch. Oh, yeah, we can totally do that. We can get so self-absorbed, so absorbed in someone else's life by binge watching something. All we're doing is burying our heads in the sand. We're avoiding it. And I know it can be very soothing. Yes, every once in a while, absolutely. You want to watch a crying movie, Beaches or something of that nature. Yes, I'm dating myself, but if you really wanna cry, oh, Beaches is one of those movies to cry about. Ugh, absolutely. But if you need a good cry, okay, absolutely. Just don't live there. Don't live there. You can go and visit every once in a while if you feel the need to, if you need to get those emotions up and out, that's fine. Just don't live there. Don't do that to yourself. You're too beautiful, too unique, too important for that. For you to do that to yourself. And this is what we're talking about, a relationship reset with yourself. Learn to love yourself again. Because when you make that room, so many wonderful things, many wonderful opportunities present themselves because you've made room. You've released some of those. So back to one of my clients. This client had ruminating thoughts. She replayed every argument, every outfit, every dinner she didn't cook, thinking she could have stopped him. Yeah. That internal blame, oh, kept her stuck for years, years. When she came to me, it was already 28 months since he initially served her papers. 28 months of ruminating thoughts over and over and over again. That internal blame, oh, it kept her stuck. She went back twice to him. Yeah, friends with benefits kind of thing. But every time she left, oh boy, she had that walk of shame. Why did I do? And whatnot. And he gladly accepted. Of course he did. In their particular dynamic, of course. He had no responsibilities, but he got the best of it. And she walked away feeling even worse because she couldn't break free, even though he was the one that wanted the divorce. He wanted out. It wasn't until she was in my office and I had her repeat over and over. He did this. He did this. He did this. Not me. Not me. He did this, not me. He did this, not me. She must have said it at least 100 times. And finally, she cracked. And that's when the healing finally began. Because she stopped the responsibility that she was feeling. She put it on him. He was responsible. She was not. She could release it. She could let it go. And every time, wasn't a one and done thing. Please don't misunderstand me. No, all these techniques that I share with you, it's not one and done. Oh, how I wish it was, but it's not. It is not. It is a daily, moment by moment act of courage to stay here, to stay grounded, to remember who you are and what your responsibility is. Have any of it? Who knows? But most of the responsibility, especially if you're within this group, is that you were blindsided by divorce. And it's his doing. And I know how painful that is to hear. Because we do. Again, we want to be everything to everyone. We want to take responsibility. We want to fix it. We do need. We're now on segment number 3. Okay. This is about reclaiming your power. Yes, there's a lot of things online about empowerment, feeling good, and daily affirmations and things of that nature. And all of that is great. It absolutely is. If it feels right to you, if it doesn't feel right to you just yet, Ooh, a powerful word. Yet. Y-E-T. That's a great word. Please remember that. So anytime you have those self-doubts and things are flooding in and everything else, and I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there yet. I will be there. I will heal. I'm just not there yet. Oh, powerful word. In any event, reclaiming power. Mm, it's about you, about your identity. It's about your boundaries. Your boundaries are power. They are. They're boundaries. Okay. And depending on how close or how far away those boundaries are, those are boundaries. And you want to make sure that you have them. You want to protect your identity and your self worth. Who are you? What's your purpose? Do you live your life by your own design, with purpose, on purpose? Oh, it's your self worth. And if I could be so bold, it's your confidence. Yes, you need to caretake your own confidence and recognize you're doing well. You are. How do I know that? You're here. You're within this group. Oh my goodness, you're here. You're searching out knowledge and wisdom. What's the difference? Knowledge is basic knowledge. You can get it from a textbook, you can get it online. Wisdom? Ooh, wisdom is knowledge plus lived through experience. Yeah, you want to talk to somebody who's been there and knows what you're feeling because you are not alone in this. You absolutely are not. And I know that it can feel very lonely, but we don't heal in a silo. We don't. We heal as part of a community, as part of recognizing who we are. And when you can hold your head up and you can look in the mirror and recognize, you know what? I'm getting there. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. And I told you, one day you will wake up and you will be there and you'll know it. You'll know that exact day. You will feel it. You will feel lighter. You will feel more energy moving through you. You will feel a lightness. It'll, it absolutely will. And other people around you, oh, they'll notice it too. They absolutely will. Think of it this way. When you talk to a lot of different women about dating, and we're not even going to touch on dating. You can see some of my previous summits about dating after divorce and after betrayal. But a lot of times, more often than not, they've met the next person when they least expect it. They weren't even looking for it. They'd given up on the apps and everything else and the fun and this and that. And they started to enjoy their own company and recognize who they are themselves. Tell you this, the most attractive quality, it beats out everything. It doesn't matter your size, your shape, your ethnicity, anything. Doesn't matter. Confidence, oh, that precedes you. When you walk into a room confident, it's glorious. It's glorious for you. It's glorious for the other people around you. Now, make no mistake. I'm not saying arrogance. There's a difference. Confidence and arrogance, oh, very different. Confidence, to have the confidence to walk into a room, to walk into a space. People notice it. They do. And when we make space, I know I'm jumping ahead, but when we make space, something comes in. And that's why we need to let go of all this baggage that we're carrying so that we can make space for other opportunities, for ourselves. Make room for yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty. So I want to mention that, and this is the journal prompt that I want you to think about. And I'll repeat it twice just as I've done for the others. What is one boundary I wish I had enforced earlier? What is one boundary I wish I had enforced earlier? And how can I reclaim that boundary now, even just for myself. But once again, what is one boundary I wish I had enforced earlier? And how can I reclaim that boundary now, even just for myself? I had a client, her ex still had keys 6 months after they signed the divorce. He still had keys. He moved out, but he had keys. And he'd drop in just to talk, unannounced. Yeah. And she didn't want to be rude. One night, he showed up with a date. Yeah, with a date, just to taunt her. Ugh, that was the moment that she realized not setting boundaries doesn't make you kind. It doesn't make you kind. It makes you vulnerable to repeated pain. Don't do that to yourself. Set a boundary. Put a boundary in place. Tell others of the boundary so that they can help you reinforce it. Stick to the boundary. The boundary's for you. For you. We're on segment number 4. Communication detox. Yeah. We want to have intentional communication. Could be about co-parenting, and it's definitely about the nasty chick we've talked about before. Your inner critic will be brutal. She absolutely can. So we want to have a communication detox. And I want to use a word of caution here. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of communication directive coming out of AI, that people are putting in information. And again, I have to be cautious here. I know that it can feel like you're talking to a friend, but you're not. You're not. Please be careful with putting information in to any AI system. Names, your kids' names, ages, dates of birth, social security numbers, addresses, your plans. Yeah, no, please use caution when it comes to AI. It's still, the safety of it is very much a concern. It truly is. Now, with that being said, I look at AI as a sophisticated greeting card. A sophisticated greeting card, yes. You know how it feels when you get a greeting card and you read the front, somebody's words, you read the inside, somebody's words, and then you see, somebody's signature at it on the bottom. Usually, there's a reason why the inside cover, for the most part, most of the time, is blank. It's designed for you to write your own thing there. And most of us like to see what other people have written. Oh, what'd they write? Type of thing. It goes back to when we had yearbooks and people would write things in our yearbook. Made us feel good. Same thing with cards. Yes, it's somebody else's words, somebody else's sentiment on the greeting card. Okay, very nice. Wishing you, blah, 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 so forth and so on. You open it up. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, whatever the occasion is and whatnot. And if we only see somebody's name, okay, the gesture's nice. They went to the store or online and they ordered the card and whatnot. But it still has a very sanitized feel to it. That's why we look to the inside cover. Did somebody write something there? Ooh, somebody wrote something. Their words. It's them. It's them expressing themselves. We like that. That feels good. Even if what they write isn't quite appropriate, because you and I both know that sometimes people don't say what they should say. With that being said, I look at AI that way, that it is a sanitized, very polite way of communicating, but it's artificial. It's sanitized, not real. So I want you to be careful in utilizing. And I hear a lot of stories about people who put in a lot of information in, and yeah, you don't want that. We don't know the legality of it. We don't. And I'll get a little bit more into that in a bit. So, with that being said, the journal prompt for you is, what do I need to say? What do I need to say? But only if I could say it with peace and power. Once again, what do I need to say? But only if I can say it with peace and power. The next one is a little challenging. What words do I need to retire before? What words do I need to retire because they keep me stuck in pain? What words do I need to retire because they keep me stuck in pain? I really want you to think about that and try to lose those words in your vocabulary, because the words that come out of your mouth are so important. You're listening, and your inner critic, oh, she's listening too. And she will seize the opportunity if you say something, if you use words that keep you stuck in pain. Oh, she'll repeat them back to you. Oh, yeah, she will. She'll let you know. Hey, remember when you said? Yeah, no, don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. So, remember I told you about AI and communicating using that sanitized version of what's to be said. I had a recent client. She would send really long, emotionally charged text messages to her ex every time she was triggered. Every time she was triggered, she'd rattle off, she'd just fire away on her phone 16 thumbs worth, on and on and on. And she would send them. It wasn't like she was writing it again to express herself, to get those feelings up and out. But then she sent them to him. She didn't put them in her notes or send them to herself. Send them to him. Unfortunately, screenshots of those text messages later showed up in court during the custody hearing. Emotionally reactive communication feels so good in the moment. Oh my gosh, it feels so. But it can have real world consequences. And writing sanitized AI versions, pretty much the same thing. It truly is. Yeah, it might be cleaned up a little bit, but it's not real. It might express how you're feeling, but you're capable of doing that yourself. I'm just suggesting to you that you write it out in a journal, and the journal is yours. If I could be so bold, the suggestion that I have for my clients is 3 different books. You have one that I refer to as your dumping ground, okay? Regular composition book you get at Walmart. Nothing special. And you just write and write, 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 write. Here, through your heart to your hand. Oh, it's powerful. It's powerful. You get it big block letters. You want to write in Sharpie or magic marker? Go for it. Absolutely. This is your dumping ground to get it all out, to get all that frustration out. The second journal is where you write your thoughts. Write your thoughts. Okay? When you can respond, not react, when you can respond, when you can have some rational thoughts. The third journal is the most beautiful journal. Most beautiful journal. Beautiful cover and the maybe gold leaf on the pages, and the pages are beautiful and it just smells good and it opens so beautifully. That's where you write your dreams. That's where you write your goals. That's right. That's where you write who you are and who you want to be and what you want your life to be like. That's where you write that. And again, right at the beginning, you might be writing a lot in the dumping journal. You might write a couple of lines in the middle journal, and the other journal, you might not write in at all because you're just feeling so much stuff that you can't write. And that's okay, just as long as it's there as a reminder to you that you will get there. You're just not there. That was number 4, communication detox. Our 5th and final segment is From Breakdown to Breakthrough. Title of a good book as well. Dr. Debbie Silber, who I had the pleasure of training with as well. Remember I told you about that beautiful journal? One with the gold leaf, one that opened up so beautifully and the pages were just elegant and they just felt so beautiful. And that's where you write your goals and your dreams and your visions for the future. About how you're going to live your life by your own design, purpose, on purpose. What you look forward to. What makes I refer to my heart as my stitched elastic heart. What is your stitched elastic heart? What's your goal? 6 and 3 years and 5 years. Oh, you're such beauty. You're truly, truly. Just not. Alrighty. So the journal prompt for this. I believe I deserve joy. I believe I deserve joy again. What would my life look like 1 year from now? What would my life look like 1 year? What would be different about how I speak about myself? Again, we have been talking about a relationship reset with yourself. Because the relationship that you have with yourself, it's the longest lasting relationship you'll ever have. It absolutely is. This is you, and you have you for quite a while. You do, from the first breath to your last. You. So we want to make sure that we're speaking to ourselves in a way that's encouraging. Yes, encouraging. We don't need to be beaten down. The whole rest of the world does that. It does, unfortunately. But we don't need to do that internally. Oh, no. You're too important. You're too important. And you're too beautiful to let that. Mhm. So I want you to think about who you are. One of my clients, she was stuck in the divorced woman identity. She had created an entire identity around the fact that she was a divorced woman. Everything related to her whole identity became about the divorce. She didn't date. Nope. Mm-mm. She never traveled. She she never allowed herself to dream again. And with that, her life smaller. She thought it became safer, but it became lonely. Yes, she tried to fill her time with a variety of things, but she didn't interact with others. She isolated herself. She thought that she had healed in isolation. But we don't heal in silos. We don't. We do, it takes a long time. And it's usually a lot to do with avoidance more than anything. Hmm. And the other thing that started happening for her was that she pretended. She pretended that she was fine. Fine. I'm fine. Oh, those are dangerous words. They absolutely are. Because your body will revolt against those, especially if it's holding on, if it's been keeping score. Yeah. It won't believe you. And then you'll suddenly won't trust yourself. When we don't trust ourselves, ah, it gets messy. Yeah, it does. We have to create that beauty. We have to see that beauty around us. We have to acknowledge the beauty in ourselves, in others, in our surroundings. Think about what you most love. Most love. Take a couple of moments, whether that's a passed on loved one, that's a pet, a plant, a story, whatever, something that you truly love. You will feel that stitched elastic heart swell. It will. Might be a little unusual. It might buck up against the barbed wire and the cement that you have around your heart to protect it. But what you're keeping out, you're preventing from getting. Sometimes that's love. Sometimes that's self-love. To love yourself, who you are. As I said, you are unique. You are beautiful. You are a creature, wow, that has so much to offer, that has so much to give. But it starts with giving to yourself. And giving to yourself, you have to make room. You will have to let. You will, and as painful as that sounds, oh, it does. It sounds. You'll be liberated. Because when you let go of a little, you have a little happiness. When you let go of a lot, you have a lot of happiness. When you let go completely, you'll be free. Free. That's liberating. That in and of itself is liberating. And you will get there. You're just not there. Thank you so much, everyone, for your participation today. It's truly my honor to be here for my 11th time. I am quite honored to do so. As mentioned, I am a moderator here within the group. My name is Vanessa Cardenas, and I am a relationship reset expert. I do help individuals and couples reconnect with themselves and with each other so that they can live their lives by their own design with purpose on. Thank you so much, everyone. Continue to watch the rest of the summit. Lots of great speakers are here, and they're all here for you. So be gentle with yourself. Give yourself some grace. And remember how beautiful and unique you are. And when you get through to to the other side, when you have that, reach out to me and let me know, regardless of what. I've been doing this since 2017, and I've had the honor and privilege of having those that have heard me on my YouTube channel, have seen me on all the various socials, whatever it might be, and have heard the words that I have just shared with you. And they have reached out months, years later and said, Vanessa, you said it. You said it would happen, and I didn't believe it, but it did. It happened today. It happened last week. It happened last month. And I searched you out. I wanted to let you were right. So with that being said, thank you so much, everyone. Be sure to follow me. I always have tidbits and information. And if you need more personalized support, by all means, reach out. Enjoy the rest of your day.